What is LLMNR poisoning? LLMNR, Linked Local Multicast Name Resolution. Poisoning is a type of cyber attack that exploits a vulnerability in the way Windows computers resolve hostnames on a local network. In LLMNR poisoning, an attacker sends malicious LLMNR packets to a target computer, posing as another computer on the network. If the target computer is configured to use LLMNR, it may respond to the malicious packet with its own hostname and IP address. The attacker can then intercept this response and use the information to carry out further attacks. LLMNR poisoning can be used to perform various types of attacks, such as stealing user credentials or gaining unauthorized access to a network. It can also be used to carry out man-in-the-middle attacks, where the attacker intercepts and modifies network traffic between two computers. How does LLMNR poisoning attack happen? LLMNR poisoning attacks occur when an attacker exploits the LLMNR protocol, which is used by Windows computers to resolve hostnames to IP addresses on a local network. The attack typically involves a few steps. The attacker first sends out a malicious LLMNR request packet to the network, posing as another computer. This packet contains a hostname that the attacker wants to resolve. If the targeted computer receives the malicious LLMNR packet and is configured to use LLMNR, it will respond with its own hostname and IP address. This response is sent back to the attacker instead of the actual computer that sent the request. The attacker intercepts the response and can use the information to carry out further attacks, such as stealing credentials, launching a man-in-the-middle attack, or gaining unauthorized access to the network. The attacker may also use a tool like Responder to automate the LLMNR poisoning process and capture the authentication credentials of any devices that connect to the network. LLMNR poisoning attacks can be prevented by disabling LLMNR on all Windows computers in the network and using other protocols such as DNS, domain name system, instead. Additionally, keeping all software up to date, using strong passwords, and regularly conducting security audits can also help to prevent these types of attacks. Mitigation of LLMNR poisoning. Disable LLMNR. Since LLMNR is not necessary for most networks, disabling it can prevent attackers from exploiting it. You can disable LLMNR through group policy or through the registry editor. Use DNS instead. Using DNS, domain name system, instead of LLMNR can help prevent these types of attacks. DNS is more secure and uses encrypted communication to resolve hostnames. Use network segmentation. Segmenting the network can limit the spread of an attack if it does occur. By separating critical resources and sensitive information into different segments, attackers will have a harder time accessing them. Implement endpoint protection. Endpoint protection software can help detect and prevent LLMNR poisoning attacks. Anti-malware, antivirus, and intrusion detection systems can all help protect against these types of attacks. Regularly update software. Keeping all software up to date, including the operating system and any installed applications, can help prevent attackers from exploiting known vulnerabilities. Use strong passwords. Strong passwords that are difficult to guess or crack can prevent attackers from gaining access to the network or compromising user accounts. Conduct security audits. Regularly conducting security audits can help identify potential vulnerabilities and weaknesses in the network, allowing them to be addressed before they can be exploited.